Here we are. We're back again. It's another episode, another edition of my show.
It's my leg.
Well, Dave knows that it's podcast night because we were just at the movies and we're like, all right, see you in a couple minutes. Podcast. Xbox, volume down.
Oh, no. That's too.
I'll have room in here.
That's a little too. Put it up there. It's a little too. Son of a bitch. That's not too bad. Yes. Or I can get rid of this bitch. This big bitch. Kung Fu Jake.
Yeah, there's things going on here.
So we got action, we got suspense.
Jake.
Oh no! We got Black Santa.
Black Santa.
Black Santa.
We got Asian Dave.
David.
Speaking of Asian Dave.
Hey, this is what it would be like if you were drunk in my house right now.
Cool.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. My audio is going through my.
Damn
computer.
it!
That's what she said.
Get some real Blair Witch shit going on over here.
I'm so scared right now. So tape.
There we go. So today I was filling out some applications.
Yeah.
Jake Taper.
Applications.
Applications for some internships, and they all ask. I usually click the don't share the one information like your sex, race, and stuff like that, but I accidentally hit the yes part. And then I was like, you know what? I might as well do this. And it won't let me select more than one race. So I'm like, fuck this. If they're going to ask me to put this, I'm putting the minority part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, always do that.
Yeah. Well, because
that's the time it's slanted in your favor.
Right. So I was just like, because usually if I can, I always put the white Asian.
Right.
Right. Because I know when I show up somewhere, people aren't going to be like, I thought you were getting an Asian dude.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna.
I'm sorry, our Dave is an Asian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I expected you to be like out of the patty or something.
Yeah. I'm like, where's your rice hat there, bud?
It's at home.
Yeah. At the patty. But yeah, so like I said, I usually just ignore that stuff. But I was like, accidentally clicked yes. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll do this. Asian, white. I'm like, I gotta pick one. Minority it is.
Yep. Minority it up.
And then for gender, I put I didn't put male, but I didn't put anything. I just put NA on it because I'm like,
why not?
Yeah, at this point, I don't care.
Yeah.
You can't tell me I am what I am. Should have put black.
Black Santa.
Santa.
Is Jake talking?
Jake's trying to talk.
Hat.
There he is.
There it is. There's a button here.
Yeah.
You always went.
Right, her.
Button again. Now I push the button again. Now you can hear me.
Yeah. Jokic.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm gonna finish Monarch tonight, and then go back and rewatch all the Godzilla and Kong movies.
We should probably not talk about it until we talk about it on the show, but
yeah.
Ow! I got a cramp. I hate Charlie horses.
There are certain things I know Jake likes, and there are certain things I can predict that he will like. This is very much in the Jake will like it category.
Right.
Not like Charlie horses.
Yeah, the opposite of Charlie horse.
The opposite of a Charlie horse?
That's very much the opposite of a Charlie horse.
It'll be like a Natalie horse.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I'll sit down with a nice Natalie horse and enjoy all these fucking kaiju movies that we've decided are fun again.
Yeah.
You could ride a Godzilla horse.
I could write a what?
Godzilla horse.
I've been through Godzilla with a horse with no wait. Been through the desert on a kaiju with no name. That doesn't work.
He has a name. It's Godzilla.
Gojira.
I do remember the first in the Hong Kong National Airport, you have to ride one of their trams from one end of the airport to the other because it's so large. Yeah. And we're riding on it, and I remember because we were kids. I think I was 12.
They just have the trammies just right there.
The trammies just right, which is weird in China. Doesn't make any sense. You'd think they'd get rid of them.
Yeah.
But so I'm like 12, brother's 10, and we're riding on the tram. And I remember my brother being like, "Is this where Godzilla's at?" I'm like, "That's a different country.
It's a different Asian country."
Yeah.
You racist.
It's that direction.
Gojira. Mm-hmm. Someone made me realize the other day, they're like, Japan's actually a really large country. It's just spread out this way.
Yeah. Very spread out.
I hadn't thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had always considered Japan to be, super tiny because we hear about how overcrowded Tokyo is all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's actually really big.
So we could buy a house for $1 right now and move to Japan. Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
No.
There's this thing in Japan where if you want to live there, they have plenty of houses that are in rural settings.
Because they're having a huge the most significant
everyone's dying
population downgrade.
Birth rate loss. Yeah, birth rate drop.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's having kids, and all the old people are dying, and then just houses are just empty.
See, it's either that. I mean, we could do the same thing that I want to do in either place. we could either go to Japan, or go to England.
England would be cool.
And you open up a Texas barbecue joint.
Yeah. I guess
on Ted Lasso in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Say what?
No, there are some Texas barbecue places in England, and from what I've heard, they're not that good.
Yeah.
My guess is that they can't get the proper wood to do get the smoke taste that you want.
They're over there trying to smoke with ash.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, ash can work, but
you need hickory.
Yeah. Yeah, you need hickory.
Mm-hmm.
Or apple. Apple trees work great.
Mm-hmm.
Apple trees do work great.
You know where there's a lot of apples?
In England.
Yeah, a lot of apple trees in Japan.
Ooh.
The Fuji apple.
Yep.
Good point.
Fuji. Yeah.
We call it the Fuji Texas barbecue.
We could create Japanese Texas barbecue.
And then you would Japanese. Wait, hold on. Texas teriyaki.
Teriyaki. There we go. Texas teriyaki.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're set.
That's actually not a bad idea.
All the waitresses
it would taste amazing too.
All the waitresses and Daisy Dukes and flannels tied up top.
And then the bar staff is all e-girls.
I'm down.
You gotta have the Japan element in there, Dave.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like an amazing idea.
I saw a story where I can't remember what school it was, but they started a Japanese culture class, and then halfway through the year, the teacher quit. And the explanation was she couldn't handle all the weebs that came to their Japanese culture class and just weebed it up. And she's like, "No, this is an actual culture thing."
Yeah, stop being a dork. And
I was like, you can like what you like, but don't make all of us have to be involved.
Do you know how much time I spent in the African American cultural center?
6.
I went there one time because they had cookies, and they're like, "Hey, we have cookies. Why don't you come to the Black People Cultural Center?" I'm like, "Okay, cool.
We have our own Santa."
I'm like, I'll come have some cookies. I'm standing there and I'm looking around. I'm like, no Black people in here.
Oh, that's lame. Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah. You just get all the bleeding heart, fucking white people.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, this isn't where I want to. No, this isn't
Yeah.
where I want to be around.
I didn't come here to feel like I should hate myself.
Right. I came here to hang out with black people.
Yeah. What kind of cookies did they have?
You know, they're just sandwich cookies.
Oh, okay, just
Yeah, it was
like nothing like an African cultural cookie. I don't know if they have those.
No, they didn't have any like Zimbabwean cookies or anything good, but like or Madagascarian cookies. Hell, they didn't even have any Liberian cookies.
How dare
Nor did they have any cookies from the heart of the
not
Congo.
They could have had cookies from Morocco.
Moroccan cookies?
Moroccan cookies.
Those would have
Actually, aren't those technically more like French? Because they're those one sandwich cookies that really big in France, but then I also think of Morocco.
I commented on that chick's thing, and I was like, I see you've cracked the code, and it is gray. And she just ha 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 ha.
Actually, I was trying to watch that earlier, but my phone died. It's
Yeah.
about to die
Did your
again.
phone fucking die? Yeah, it's the first one that's been worthwhile.
Do more of that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
No,
the
see,
one.
I thought one was gonna fall out.
I don't mind the mechanical bull movement there. That's not so bad. But like the other day I saw it's like, oh, I feel bad for all the girls whose boyfriends and husbands are going to be hearing this song over and over. And then I'm like, okay, let's see what this song is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of white girls dancing in a line.
Yeah, like they turn around. Oh my god, I saw their butt.
And none of them are worthwhile. None of them are.
I mean, occasionally there's one, but yeah, it's not like it's a big deal.
But you know why? Why buy the cow when you can get the sex for free?
Exactly.
Those fucking cows.
Oh, I had an idea for a funny tattoo. We get wait, let me read it because I wrote it down while we were at the movie. I was like, well, this is a good idea. An alien being beamed up into a spaceship with cows in the cockpit.
What if they were getting abducted into like a space barn?
That would be funny.
With like everything's the same, but like they have the glass
But you like
dome
make
over
a
the top.
barn type spaceship.
It just kind of looks, it's a barn. But
that
they've
would be
got
good.
The glass top.
That would be awesome. I would laugh and also approve.
I think Ben has the abducted alien tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, I've always wanted like one of those tattoos, but there's so many people that have it. I'm almost like, It would be cool if Dave did it on his arm, like added an alien abduction into that, and maybe sneak Sasquatch in.
The alien abduction arm is the new finger mustache.
And I already have the douchebag. Actually, I have all of the douchebag fucking cool tattoos.
Well, you should add something.
You legitimately had them before everybody got them, though.
Right.
Like I have. Let's see. I've got all the music stuff that every guy that plays music and is becomes slightly emo at some point has. I've got the white guy. I have tribal.
Did I cry for you?
I've got the tribal on my chest and back. I mean,
as you should.
Unless you know me, it looks kind of douchey, and it's winter, and you're like, "Why are you so white?" Because I make fun of guys that are super white and have tribal.
The difference between that is you've got the flags on your chest,
right?
Which very clearly demonstrates that you're not just Filipino. So if someone looks at that, they're gonna go, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's mixed."
Wait, are you? Wait, are you from Puerto Rico? Fuck.
God damn! No, nobody wants to be from Puerto Rico.
What?
Not even Puerto Ricans want to be.
Was that the flag that we decided was the same or similar?
That's the one that I've gotten. Like when I was in boot camp, all the Puerto Rican guys thought I was Puerto Rican because they just got flashes of my tattoo. Yeah. And they saw the flag, so they thought I was Puerto Rican. And I was like, no, I'm Filipino. Look closer. They're like, oh, okay.
There's yellow.
Yeah.
Pendejo.
And then of course the trees. The early 2010s trees.
Yep.
that everyone pissed me off with.
Now they're everywhere.
Mhm.
But that's why I'm saying, like, now you should go back and throw in like Sasquatch and
Mhm.
maybe put the
If I
jump
did
rope peeking
Sasquatch,
through and
I feel like Sasquatch right here, but do a go get it like negatived, like get the
Yeah.
laser removal
yeah.
for a Sasquatch to be right here because I've got
That would
the
be
elk
cool.
on the inside, so
Yeah.
on the
I
outside
was-
have a
I was just
Sasquatch.
thinking that. I was thinking you
Mhm.
could do reverse tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an
I
idea.
want tattoos.
I want tattoos too, but I don't want to spend the money on tattoos. I'd rather
Right.
spend the money on a van.
When I first came back to Oregon, my big plan for my right arm was to go get laser removal on most of it.
Yeah.
Just like most of the big blacked out stuff, just to lighten it up and just do a full sleeve so I can have a complete like uniform sleeve instead of the patchwork that
You
I've
should
got.
get some of the tattoo removal cream and just start using that.
Yeah.
It lightens it up, and then if you
Mhm.
go to do laser, it's going to cost a lot less and take a lot less time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because I know that one place, Area 51, does laser removal.
Yeah.
But like I
Which
said, I
is
just wanted
weird because the lady that does it divorced the guy who owns the shop, but she still does the laser removal there.
Oh, well,
He's like, come, you get your tattoos from him.
Also,
I'll take
she's
them
hot.
I'll take them off.
She's
I
hot.
hope you do take them off.
Yeah.
Titties.
I know. I was just thinking, what was that joke a couple weeks ago? Emerson?
Emerson big titties, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Dave's
well,
version.
uh,
Your name Emerson?
Oh, yeah.
Emerson, sweet tits.
yeah.
No,
is
those
your name Emerson? Because your tits are huge.
yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was good.
No,
Better
I
the
don't
first
want
time.
to. I don't want to scan the computer. Let's scan shit right now. You should be a non-scanning sumbitch. Oh, we got some shit to talk about.
Do we? We got
We
things?
do. Oh, hell yeah.
I wrote down something somewhere. Let's see if it's in my phone.
Sorry, I forgot to reply to an email that I need to.
Nope.
What
back
the
today.
fuck is the internet?
Who the fuck said that shit? I did add something to my grievance list. But we'll get to that in December.
December.
I haven't really been aggrieved recently.
I'm pretty sure I brought it up in one of the group texts, one of many. The thing that bugged me, and I was like, you know what? That's a grievance. That's getting in there.
How recently?
In the last week,
Oh, that's a lot of talking.
like Monday. It was Monday.
Pardon.
WrestleMania. It was after WrestleMania.
Ah, yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. Let's see, Monday. Was it? You posted the football spring game schedule of events. There was the eclipse.
It was before the eclipse because I was watching Pat McAfee.
Educating the retarded child. John Calipari.
No, I just said it. I would just.
Don Staley's a whiny bitch.
Maybe. Oh, she should be on my list in general.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the national championships too.
D'Anthony Thomas. I'm into Sunday. All right, let me go check the other one. The one with the guy who used to be on the podcast. And it's further down.
Here, I'll just search what it is.
Okay. Ronnie James.
His whole situation's weirding me out.
Oh, it was Sunday, and it was just to Jake.
Oh. Going up to Sunday. The group of two.
Yeah, I can't believe John Calipari left.
Yeah, Oh, yes. He definitely talked about that at least once.
At least. And it bugged me again because they said it and they said it and they said, I'm like, motherfuckers, stop.
To your point.
Fuck you.
It's the new fucking.
Because
Um,
they not only will they say right, and to your point, like
it's their
you don't
version
have
of
to
yes.
add it.
It's yes and is what they're doing. It's just a
It
verbal
is.
yes and.
It is, and it's
Basically what they're doing is I'm going to continue saying what you were saying, but now that you're no longer saying it, it's now my turn to say what
my
you just
turn to
said.
say it. Yes.
The old piggyback.
Mhm.
Exactly. Which is what I did all through high school. I just listened. I would get into
Skill,
literature.
really.
I would get into literature class. I would sit there for the first 5-10 minutes of class, listen to the kids who read talk, and then I'd formulate an opinion based on what they all said. I'd pop off with something smart ass but cogent to the conversation. Teacher would kind of look at me and I'd be like, you can't prove I didn't read it. And I think game recognized game, and I never read I didn't read fucking shit. I watched Wishbone.
Yeah.
Everything I knew was from Wishbone.
What's Wishbone?
That detective. What kind of dog is that?
It was a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah, Jack Russell Terrier.
It was on PBS. It was right after Arthur.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, and so what
Arthur
happened
is? I've never watched that either.
So this dog was the friend of a boy, boyhood dog.
Yeah.
And the dog can talk, but nobody can hear him. And so everything's happening, and he's basically narrating everything that's going on. It's like, oh, we're trying to get into the school, you big bully. And they're like, get out of here, dog. It's stuff like that. And then he relates exactly what's going on in the story that they're having. Is like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is just like what happened to Ivanhoe. And then they star fade out. And then now it's a Jack Russell Terrier as the title character in the book Ivanhoe, telling you basically this is the book Ivanhoe. And then at the very end, they show you how they made it, which is kind of cool. Like they did one about Joan of Arc, which I thought was kind of badass, and they showed how they shot the arrow from way up here and hit her without actually hitting her with a real arrow. Kind of cool.
I always think of the Sherlock Holmes episodes. Yes. He's dressed up in the Sherlock. He's got the little hat. He's got like the wool coat that Sherlock would wear.
Was it a real dog?
It was a real dog.
Okay. This was before CGI crap, so the talking was just voiceover.
In my head, it was a cartoon, and then
no, it's live action. This is all live action.
Yep, LARPing it.
And I thought the funniest ones were when they do like the Three Musketeers, and the dog would be sword fighting, and he'd have like the little Courage the Cowardly Dog, or not Courage the Cowardly Dog, Triumph the Infant Comic Dog, arm like out with the sword, like ding 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 ding.
Awesome. I like it.
Like, that was a good book for me to poop on.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer is who gives a shit. That's what
I can do whatever I say because I'm a puppet and I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
The way she move it, you make my pee-pee go. Doing, doing, doing.
I had so as we're watching Godzilla, I don't know why this popped into my head, but I was like, what if we made a movie where there's a character in Japan?
He's getting $100,000.
But somehow he is surrounded, like there's all these naked people, but he gets hit on the head and he can't see the nudity parts. It's all blurry in his mind. So you make the whole movie where you blur out all the nudity, and then he's trying to figure out his whole mission is to solve his bonked nudity head.
But then no, I figured it out. It's a rom-com, because then he finally finds someone that he can see naked, and they fall in love.
He finds true love, and that solves it.
because
it's
what
like
that
Shallow Hal, but like porno Pete.
What that genuinely shows you is that true love cannot exist without physical attraction, but it shouldn't be the only thing that matters. If you go looking for something, you should find it. See, I can fucking write this movie.
Just instead of Shallow Hal, it sounds blurry Ichiro.
Blurry Ichiro.
Dave, go ahead and say it, and you know what? It will sell at the box office.
I can see all the women dragging their irritated boyfriends and husbands do it right now.
But they all, like they get to see a bunch of chicks in bikinis, and then they take their bikini tops off, and it's blurry.
I would be so pissed off if I got drugged to this movie.
It would be hilarious, though.
It would be so good, especially because you can do anything with it. Like you can do
Right.
shower scenes.
It would
You
be,
could, like,
yeah. It would
everyone-
all be funny.
Everyone would be naked all the time.
You could have him like, maybe he's a high school kid or something. What if it were a high school kid in America, a Japanese foreign exchange student?
And he's 17.
He's 17, and then you got all these nude scenes because like he's at a party and walks to like sees the hot tub and
Ding,
chicks are all topless.
midnight.
Exactly. Oh, my
That's funny
gosh.
too.
I hate it for him already.
Just give me $100,000.
Oh man. Yeah. Don't ask me how that came to my head while I'm watching Godzilla. But that
I think I
wrote
got
it
an
down.
idea.
In the middle of the movie, I'm like,
You're like, hang on, I need to make a note. Sir, can you stop texting? Like, fuck you. This is funnier than the movie.
I think there were only 5 people in the theater,
Mhm.
and Dave and I sat where we always sit, and everyone else was like at the very back. So it was like we could sit there and talk. But they had groups of 2 for the sped seating. I don't know what you call it, handicap section.
Sped seating.
And there's like this huge gap between us. So we're like,
Yeah, guy, let me talk to you about the old Godzilla over there.
but we
I-
definitely weren't as annoying as last time. So
Yeah, I wasn't as drunk.
no.
I had a realization. I'll talk more about this experience yesterday, but I realized how small the wrestling bubble actually is.
Yeah.
Because I was at the game last night, and they brought up on the screen, they're like, hey everybody, it's me, LA Knight from Friday Night SmackDown, and we're gonna be in your town coming up in whatever date, so come on down and see LA Knight. And I'm just reactively, I'm like, yeah. And then I'm nobody else. And there's like 15,000 people. I'm the only person in the arena reacting to it.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it.
Because it's not as mainstream as they want it to be.
Right.
Mhm.
Like they're really trying, but they're not doing it quite right yet.
They're almost there. They're
Do
getting
you
there.
think they were more mainstream during the Attitude Era? Like
100%.
more people knew about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody knew
Mhm.
when Stone Cold music hit.
Wrestling was-
Everybody.
if
Mhm.
you didn't watch wrestling, you weren't cool.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and it's like the reason I brought that up because like you go back to that Attitude Era and just getting media in general was not as easy as it is today.
Yeah.
So as just being able to intake media is so much easier today, and less people know about it. Like
Mhm.
LA Knight, I've heard the name. I have a picture in my head what he looks like. Don't know a single thing about him. But
Mhm.
whereas like Stone Cold, The Rock, all those guys from that Attitude Era,
Yeah.
I can tell you things about them, and I didn't watch wrestling. I watched wrestling with
But
Robin and the Crouches,
did,
but
yeah.
I knew enough of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Correct.
The
Good.
only time I ever watched that was when I was with you guys.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you a single thing
Yeah.
about people now. Like I know Rhea Ripley, but because
Yeah.
she's all over everywhere.
I wish
And
she'd
then,
be all over everywhere. I'd let her be all over
yeah.
everywhere.
I guess like her one of her partners or whatever you want to call him is Rey Mysterio's kid, I think. There you go. That's about as much as I know as to what's going on right now.
Is a terrible mullet.
Well, you're gonna learn today because
All right.
we're gonna talk about it. All right, man.
These people.
Are you ready for good? Are you ready for a good action show? Hey, gosh, Rick, I'm ready for a show. Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again.
And there you are.
It's another edition, another episode of my show. Shut the fuck up, Dave. Like, the problem is, well, actually, we're 30 minutes in on YouTube, so it's fine. Shut the fuck up, Dave. You may have heard him talking out of turn already. It's Dave.
Oh, it's my turn to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Hello, Dave.
Well, yeah, it's me. It's 3-take Dave. Back on the couch again.
Or when he was in the Navy, it was take 3, Dave.
Take 3, Dave.
Oh.
Yep, I had a move for that.
It's called 20
same
bucks is
movie
20
did
bucks.
Take 6.
Yeah. But anyways, I just sat next to him for an hour and some minutes as we gave each other handies in the dark. Robin,
Goddamn right I am. They don't call me the mouth of the deep south for nothing.
They sure don't.
No, they don't. Nobody calls me that.
who called you that?
Jake
People?
did once. Then it was the Agent of Chaos.
There was an Asian. Well, Dave's actually the Agent of Chaos.
Dave is
Asian.
an Agent of Chaos. Also, don't look that up on the internet.
Nope.
Don't want to know it.
I
Dave's
I have an
gonna look.
idea of what it is, and I refuse to look it up.
I looked. That was a mistake. Dave's looking. Anyway,
The Asian of Chaos?
just Asian of Chaos is
I
probably.
wouldn't.
You can put the in there if you want. But anyway, like a snake eating itself. Coming back full circle, it's a hoop snake known as Jake.
Hey, it's me. It's 1-take Jake back in the saddle again, holding the microphone in my hand as I must do until I find a suitable replacement. I bought one. It's sitting over there. It's a piece of shit.
It's happening.
Piece of shit. I gotta return it to Amazon. Motherfuckers sold me some garbage.
They're always motherfucking you.
They're always fucking the mothers.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, maybe it got better on the internet.
What are you
You're talking
looking
about this
at, Dave?
YouTube video?
I don't know. I just remember that I looked it up when we first started the Agent of Chaos thing, and I said Asian of Chaos, and then I was like, I wonder if that's a thing. And I looked
It's
it up, and I was
pornography of
like,
some
oh,
sort.
oh.
Oh no, I got an Instagram page. Yeah,
Oh,
some artist guy.
on Instagram.
The artist formerly known as the Joker. Did you see the trailer for the new Joker movie?
I saw that it existed.
All I've seen is him crying in the rain, where it's like cry laughing, the way
Yeah.
he does it.
I get the feeling if I watch a trailer, I'm gonna basically understand how the movie goes. So I just don't watch trailers anymore.
I don't know that this one will give you that.
Is this one with Gaga in it?
Yeah.
Isn't it like half a musical? From what
Well,
I hear.
it's weird because they talk about it like the guy who directed The Hangover. I
Michael
can't
Landon.
remember. No, but anyway, he directed the first Joker, and now he's directing this one. And he said he didn't intend for it to be a musical, but then as they were writing it, he saw that music was going to be a big thematic thing.
Weird.
And
It's almost
so
like
that's-
adding Lady Gaga created a musical element to a fucking movie.
Well, no, he maybe, but he got her cast when he saw her in that other one. Tell me something, girl. What is that called?
A Star is
The-
Born.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you mean another musical?
Yes,
It's a musical.
you're a musical.
Thank you.
That sounds gay.
Oh,
Yeah, and
I cannot
Just pointing
find
it out.
that, which is
That's-
fine, I guess. But
that has been my absolute favorite response to like any time, because it's a frequent refrain to try to call somebody gay to make them feel some type of way at a sporting event, and I have just decided to lean into it 100%. Anytime someone's like, "Oh, I'm like, yeah," and
right, it is
Mhm.
a funny response.
Yeah,
Like-
I did it to those guys on Call of Duty one time and totally threw them off.
like, what's your point? Like,
Yeah.
is it a problem that I'm gay? And then they immediately get pissed about the fact that it's obvious. I mean, I'm not gay. Like,
Right.
Well, I'm like, dude, I'm in a skirt. Like, what more?
Right,
What
you
more
get that a lot.
I'm wearing a
My
plug
skirt.
too. Next time someone's like, "What's under your skirt?" Plug.
It's like fucking lipstick on a good day.
Hey-o.
Oh,
You gotta ask them if they want to see your blinking tail light next time.
yeah.
Or winking tail light.
Your whispering
Winking
eye.
tail light is the name of the episode.
Winking tail light.
That is terrible. Because now I have a visual.
Same. Left turn. Who wants to go right? Also, kind of reminds me of the tool that you had that you wish Dave was around for the other day.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, the what did I call
The
that?
Ass Blaster 5000.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you want to rail your lady in the ass, but want to
You
feel
just
like an
can't.
F1 driver at the same time.
Yeah. You remember that thing, Jake, where we were talking about Dave? It was kind of like we took an over-under on.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Well,
Was it a text thing?
kind
It's
of.
always take
Yes,
the over.
yes, I do now remember the over-under.
So I think if he doesn't resolve that bet by the spring game, we tell him what it was.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now we
It's
know it's
just
text
so
involved, so I
cool.
might get on my phone and look for
It might be.
Hmm.
I said kinda.
Yeah.
So you can
It being text related was enough of a clue for me to understand what we were
Right.
talking about.
exactly. Oh, what did I hit? I hit a button.
Don't be hitting buttons over there.
Definitely hit some buttons.
Hit the red button.
That's gonna be like Christmas. I'm gonna be just waiting in anticipation.
Man, I can't wait for the fucking spring game.
Spring
May
game's gonna be
3rd?
fun.
That's a Friday,
No.
isn't it?
It's a Saturday.
May
Dumbass.
3rd is the thing we talked about at the movie theater because
Oh yeah.
being re-released.
Mhm.
Episode 1 in the theaters in 4K.
No shit.
Yeah, I think just for May the 4th, but it's gonna be on May the 3rd.
Did I hear right that the new Joker movie is only going to be in theaters, or is that just only in theaters, and then later it'll be released on streaming?
I mean, that's the way all of them are.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that they're starting to say that though, because sometimes Netflix is like, "Hey, go see our movie in the theater," or you can just watch it at home.
Yeah.
Or you could just wait, not
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
watch Fallout. I think it's on
Today?
Amazon, and I think they're doing like the 6 p.m. thing because I went and checked earlier, and I was like, "Oh, I can't watch it yet."
Oh yeah.
I've been cautiously optimistic, looking forward to this. And last night, being at Climate Pledge Arena, owned by Amazon, there were fucking signs everywhere. So like, don't forget. I'm like, I couldn't possibly
That
have
makes
forgotten.
sense. Why you
won't
said-
let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'll shed light on this later. It'll be funny. Because yeah, like going to Climate Pledge Arena, walking in every single one of their little signs had like, it would be like this: "Welcome to Climate Pledge Arena. Don't miss Fallout. Available tomorrow on Prime."
Wow.
That one, Monkey Man, I want to watch.
Yes.
I want to watch Monkey Man. That looks really good.
What was that? Boy Kills the World or some shit?
Yeah.
Something
feel
like that.
I feel like that's gonna be when it comes out on I can watch it at home movie.
Yeah.
Kind of like looking.
It looked very like Scott Pilgrim Against the World kind of.
I felt like it was
a
more
good movie.
violent though.
Yeah. But that's kind of what I was getting the vibes off of it. But I've only watched part of a. And isn't one of the Skarsgårds is the main
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
Bill.
Dave, have you ever seen Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
Kick-Ass is some good shit.
I heard a rumor that he's the new front runner for James Bond replacement.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Aaron Taylor,
Yeah, Aaron
Okay.
Taylor's something.
the one that played Quicksilver,
Oh,
and,
weird.
Mhm. And he was also on Bullet Train.
and now he's in the. Have you seen the trailers for Craven?
Yeah,
Like-
he's Craven.
The Hunter.
Mhm.
Yes, dude, he's jacked. It's like
I don't use this word,
he's
ever.
huge now.
but I don't know. Like he just got. I almost used glow up, but I'm not going to use that because that's not what I would call it. But like he just as he got older, dude. Like from Kick-Ass to now, Like he's
Banana bread at work, bro?
he's a handsome dude.
He became a dude.
Yeah,
I-
like
I-
he's definitely like you look at him and you're like, I'm not gay, but you are a good looking dude.
$20 is $20.
I'll
Exactly.
do it for free.
He Ryan Gosling'd it.
See, I
I'll
feel like
Gosling something.
like in my like I've kind of hit peak where I'm probably as good looking as I'm gonna be right now. Like when I was younger, I was too young to be good looking,
Yeah.
and when I'm older, I'm not gonna be that good looking. Right now is like my peak good looking time, so I'm rolling with it. Like
If
I'm
Dave
pretty
could
decent.
keep his hair and then let it all turn gray,
Yeah,
he's still got that level to go to. But you got
Mhm.
that hair thing. It's like,
Yeah.
is it gonna
I
stay?
think I feel like I need to lose some 40 pounds, then I can get back like on track
Yeah.
to get in there. Because after my medical stuff, I've gained so much weight and I
Right.
just feel like crap.
yeah. I'm at a lean mean 219, baby. I'm
Mhm.
I'm shucking and jiving, doing it live, daddy.
I need to do that.
I am spending the money though to make sure I don't lose my hair. I just ordered some stuff to try it out. I spent the extra money. I'm like,
You know how much money I save on haircuts?
I have paid for one haircut ever.
I hate to think of myself this way,
So
My
don't.
hair
but
looks like this.
I just really hate the idea of losing my hair.
Yeah.
I really hate to be that vain about it, but for me, it's just like I can't lose my hair.
See,
And
I'm willing to either be bald or gray. I should be allowed to pick bald or
Right.
gray. Like I'm fine with being bald as long as I get to still have color. Like I've got a couple gray hairs in my beard.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that, but let me still have dark brown hair. Like let me still run with that until
Here,
I'm
let's
old.
see if we can get what Dave would be on there. Hold on, let's get it zoomed in right. Let's see. Dave, that's Jake.
What are we doing? What is this?
yeah.
Is that
Trying to
on?
make it like so I can see.
What do you look like,
Well,
bald?
Ah.
is that a thing?
There it is, but it's too light. I can't do it.
That's Jake.
I'm handsome.
What is that on Snapchat?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my dad came in here with 4 bags of popcorn.
Is that, hey, do you
Alright.
want a couple?
Let me
Well,
see,
no,
How do I get to the filters?
So it's at the bottom when you're opening to take a picture. There's
Okay.
like all these little things you can slide to, and then well, there's our toilet one.
Is there like
where was
an
that?
old person one?
No, Dave, they don't let you do old people things. That's ageist.
Wait,
Oh yeah, here we go. I'll just send it to you
I
guys.
could be LeBron. LeBron James.
Black Santa.
Where are you,
Black James.
Jake?
Be-
And
Be the Joker. Ah.
And on this episode of We Play with Snapchat Filters,
there, I just sent you guys a picture of me as an old man.
friggin' sweet. Wow.
That's for everybody at home.
You look like your dad.
Old Dave.
Yeah, I just look like my dad, but Santa. Oh, there's my eye.
Look at Dad Santa over here.
Screenshot.
Man, I really need to.
Screenshot.
Dude, I do look like my dad.
Yeah.
You look exactly like your
1,000%.
dad. I look exactly like my dad. It's
I also look like my dad.
If-
Let's see.
the difference between me and my dad is about 120 pounds.
Hold on, let me get my eye right.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. By this age, though, I'm gonna have to have surgery.
I look kind of like between my dad and Gramps.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Jake's got to do it now.
He's doing something. He's
Yep.
definitely doing something. And then after we do that, we can talk about-
Hey, make sure your boxers are closed this time.
Right.
Oh, you can't hear me.
What?
I said make
We're
sure your
just making
boxers are
sure.
closed this time.
Making
I
sure
actually
the
have.
kids
I've
stay
got
home.
another layer on.
Okay.
Ah,
There we go.
go.
You need to
Double
take the old man Snapchat now.
See, I knew as soon as I put these on, like I was walking around the house, I'm like, God damn it, I'm doing podcasts tonight. They're gonna fucking talk. As soon as I get up, they're gonna say something.
Mhm.
Why would that ever happen
In a
I don't
world.
I don't know. Go check the archives.
Only in theaters.
Only in theaters. The fucking Pee Wee Herman Theater. Right.
Oh god.
I don't like this.
Take it anyway. Show us.
All right,
Show
let's
us.
see. More
Show
friends.
us. Show us.
Show
show
us. All
us.
right, here I'll show.
Oh,
Yep.
all right.
Pretty much exactly the same,
Kind of.
but
Yeah.
gray.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's like,
speaking
it's
of
like you're
infinite-
already old, is what that filter just told me.
Old.
My filter told me you can get older.
it's true.
It's like you're gonna get way older, dude.
It's like, enjoy this. Hold on to it while you can.
Yeah. You better spend that $200 for your hair not to fall out.
Kind of Mr. Breda. Anyway,
John and Mr. Fame.
why is that in my head?
That was on a Snapchat or a TikTok you sent earlier, and it's a good song.
Oh, okay. Dude, we saw Godzilla.
I was about to say the music in Godzilla was awesome.
Like it started off, we're like, this sucks, and then it got pretty good.
Hmm.
But that is the most fun monster movie I've ever seen. Like,
There's
and
been
it's
a ton
not
of kaiju movies lately.
close.
Mhm.
It's
It was
not even
yeah.
close. It is so fun.
There's been so
Mhm.
much content, like I've lost track of what's what at this point.
There's I think the Godzilla Zero or Day Zero or whatever that first one, like they came out with last year. I think they're using like the old school Godzilla in that one, and then like so it's separate from this Godzilla. New Godzilla though, it was fucking rad.
Okay. I'm really upset that they didn't call all the regions where Godzilla was spotted. I wish they would have called them G spots.
That would've
Because
been great.
that's what I was thinking the whole movie.
Oh, we must
Maybe
find
that
the
was where I got
G-spot
that
then.
movie idea.
Yeah. The G spots.
You got to go find the G spot, and there's just a man in the boat who will take you there.
Yeah. He's just like, just around the bend here.
You have to,
Up
just
a bit.
follow this into the marshland, and you'll be okay.
Be careful. The terrain's a little rougher than the area around it, but that's when you know you've hit it.
Once you find it, you've hit pay dirt.
And for you guys that are listening and still can't figure it out, can't even find the man in the boat, dude, just quit.
Yeah,
Just stop life. It's not that hard.
you're in the
Just-
wrong ocean, bud.
You're
Yeah.
in the wrong ocean. If you can't
Playing in
find
the
the man in the boat, you're in the wrong ocean.
Yeah. Stop
You
playing in the
belong-
swamps.
You belong on the poop deck.
Yeah.
back with the winking tail light.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Poop deck.
But yeah, that was I mean, like, I do that Run Pee app so I can see when it's a good time to go pee, and I did use one of those. But before you watch the movie, it gives you a chance to like, how good do you think this movie is gonna be? And I gave it like a 7, and then as it went on, I'm like, dude, this is a solid 8.5. And then as it kept going, I'm like, oh, we're at a 9. And then I'm like, this is not. If I could put 9.25, that's what it would be.
Mhm.
It was
Dang.
good. It was good.
I don't know how well they left it open for a follow-up movie.
Well,
But I'm
What
sure
are you
there's enough
talking about? There's
lore.
always a follow-up movie,
Yeah.
Dave.
It
All you need
follows
here comes
the
another
old
one.
Godzilla movies,
Oh, okay.
because like that stuff with Mothra and all that shit. Spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, but if you've ever watched any of the other Godzillas,
Godzilla's Earth's protector, and then Godzilla leaves and then comes back when Earth needs protecting.
and they explain all that shit. So
Mhm.
it's fucking good, and it all ties into the other movies
Which
and Monarch.
honestly, if you know your Godzilla lore, Godzilla attacking humanity is it's the logical conclusion of the Godzilla story arc.
Yeah.
And when Godzilla came to New York and they said, "Oh, this movie sucks," the movie didn't suck. You just looked at it through the wrong lens.
Yeah.
I love the Godzilla movie from 2001.
You have to look at it as a chapter.
Exactly. Not as like this is Godzilla. It's no,
Yeah.
this is part
Right.
of Godzilla.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like what if like my theory is that there isn't one Godzilla. There are multiple Godzillas.
Well, I think this movie kind of will explain to you. Well, it's possible still because
Because I mean,
there's a whole lot of shit going
Godzilla's
on.
size changes constantly depending on what movie he's in.
Right.
So I just say there's multiple Godzillas.
Makes sense. I mean, shit, we've got like 12 Batmans.
Right. In the same universe now.
Yeah. Did you see that story? Robert Downey Jr. said he would gladly come back as Iron Man after
If you-
years of saying, "I'm
Yeah.
done."
Yeah.
That's because he didn't get any other roles.
Kinda. Like, he did awesome in Sherlock Holmes.
hmm And
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
He was good in Oppenheimer and good enough to win an Oscar.
No.
But I think he's got, now that he's got his Oscar, he's like, well, now
Those
I
were
can do all
fun.
the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already Oscar nominated or Oscar winner Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Winning an Oscar almost ruined Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Like when he won an Oscar, he couldn't get work afterwards because no one wanted to call Oscar winner Gene Hackman.
Right.
And so he ended up taking something super tiny. I can't remember what the project was, but he took it and it was like, how do we get Gene Hackman involved in this?
Mhm.
And you're like, it's the only thing that was happening.
Right. I feel like you get a significant pay raise too.
That's part of the
Like
problem.
you can be like, hey, also I'm an Oscar winner.
That's part of
shell
the
out.
problem is you have to pay. It's like having vet minimum in the NFL. You have to pay for it.
And Robert Downey Jr. is already at the top. So again,
Why
Robert
not
Downey
do the
Jr.
fun
is
stuff?
Robert Downey Jr. is asking for points.
right.
Like, he is beyond negotiating his
Yeah.
salary. He's asking for percentages of the profit.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
like some of the people from Star Wars. I'm pretty sure it was Harrison Ford that got percentage.
Mhm.
Or maybe
Holy-
maybe that was the story, is they offered him a percentage instead of, he wanted like 5 million or something, and they were like, we can only give you 2 or something along those lines. And they're like,
Mhm.
what if we give you 3% of the sales? And he's like, what? No, this movie's gonna suck.
Little did he know.
Yeah. He's like, he wanted to be killed off since the second one.
He's like, I don't want to do these fucking movies anymore.
Ugh.
I want to go
speaking
be
of this
I want to
shit.
go be Indiana Jones.
Speaking of money, the guy that played the first Rhodey, what's his name? The guy that was in Hustle and Flow. It was his
Terrence
Mang.
Howard, Mang.
Terrence Howard?
Terrence
Did you
Howard,
see-
Mang.
Terrence Howard Mang. I've never watched it, but he had there's some show that he was in called like Legend or something like that. It's like an all black cast.
Yeah.
Was
But
it Jordan
he-
Peele production?
It
Maybe.
was on Fox.
Oh, not Hustle. What was it called?
Atlanta?
No.
No.
Legacy,
Power.
Dynasty.
Power.
Power. There it is.
Yeah. So he was like at the
Eh.
beginning of Power.
Yeah.
I just watched. I saw a clip of an interview where he's complaining about how he didn't get enough money. I'm like, how does this guy never get enough money wherever he goes?
Because it's never enough.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, you didn't get Rhodey because you wanted too much money. At least that's what, as far as I know. And then I'm like, now you're not even in Power, but you feel like you should get money for the Power that kept going after you were gone.
Yeah. Because he got more money in Iron Man than Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted more in the next movie, and they're like, nah.
Yeah. Have you heard of Don Cheadle?
Right?
Yeah.
Get him.
We can
He's
just
you,
get
but
Don
better.
Cheadle. He can pretend to be British even.
Yeah.
Oh, leave it
Yeah.
out.
Leave it out. And then I
I
love
do
on top
enjoy
of that,
Don
that they're
Cheadle.
like, after that, they're like, hey, multiverse. It doesn't matter who you were at the beginning.
right?
Mhm.
See, now they can recast anybody. Have you heard any of this stuff on the theories or whatever of what they think they're doing with the Fantastic Four and what was the other one? Maybe it was just Deadpool.
Uh-uh.
They're basically doing Silver Surfer is a chick.
Yeah, they cast that one chick.
The chick from Ozark.
Yeah. If you want to stop me.
You're gonna have to
Everyone has to
fucking
fucking
kill
kill
me.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone knows that clip.
it's a good clip. But yeah, so it's gonna be set. Fantastic Four is gonna be set in like the 50s or 60s or old, maybe even 40s.
That
Agent
Oh.
Peggy Carter style.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but that would fit because doesn't already Tony Stark say something about weren't you guys charting in the 50s?
Probably that sounds.
Oh no. Doctor Strange says it to Mr. Mr. Fantastic when there's like Xavier and all the other people.
Yeah,
And he's like
Jim Halpert.
Yeah, Jim Halpert. Him as Mr. Fantastic. He was like, "Wait, weren't you guys like charting in the 50s?" So that's extra funny to me.
Okay.
I had a moment like that at WrestleMania where I picked out something that happened.
Something really little that everyone else is like, that happened?
I don't know because I spend a lot of time listening to commentary. Are we moving on from RDJ?
Let's go.
All right.
WrestleManias.
Holy cow! Like Robin watched WrestleMania.
I watched both days.
Yeah, I was
Wait,
like I would
WrestleMania
say
is a 2-day thing now?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I would go as far as to say that Robin was very sports entertained over those.
Oh
2
yeah,
days.
it was fucking great.
There was some good shit that happened at WrestleMania.
It was good ass wrestling. Like I like wrestling. I'm not a big fan of their talking forever, and there's none of that at WrestleMania really.
Right. It's a closing of everything, and
Yeah.
you get a video package. Here's everything that's happened for the past 6 months. And you're like, oh shit, this is gonna be crazy, and then you have a crazy match.
Yeah. And then Snoop Dogg shows up and talks on them. Dude, Snoop Dogg doing commentary fucking killed me.
I have to go back and watch it. I was trying to watch live, and there was stuff happening, and I missed it.
Oh my god, go back and watch it. And
He's
Pat
done it
McAfee
before, right?
also is hilarious.
Pat's so good.
Snoop has done WrestleMania like a number of times.
He's
Has
been
he?
there.
Snoop
yeah.
loves wrestling.
Yeah,
He's
because
been
wasn't there one where like famously, I guess, in the world of wrestling, where he basically saves the show because someone gets hurt really bad,
Yes.
and then so he just
There's
keeps
a clip.
talking to trying to keep it
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who was who and what happened. I just remember that there's a clip of Snoop just being like, "Oh," like you can not really see it on his face, but he's like, something's supposed to happen, and Snoop's just like, "I'm gonna keep talking."
Yeah. No, it was, dude, the whole WrestleMania though was good. Like I didn't know what to expect because like I told Jake, I don't think I've watched wrestling in 10 years.
And over the past months, like I've been like slowly feeding Robin a little bit of what's been going on until the point where he's like actively engaged in it,
Right.
and sending it back to me at a lot as it got closer to WrestleMania. I was like, it was some of the best storytelling, like especially with the main story with Cody Rhodes and The Rock.
Yeah.
All that shit was awesome. But there was at the very beginning, there was a match between Drew McIntyre, who used to be boring as fuck, and now he's interesting as hell because he's allowed to have personality and have fun.
Yeah.
So he's out there doing a kick-ass job. But CM Punk is out there. You know, he comes out to do commentary for the match. And he's like, "All right, everyone, brace yourselves for what's coming up next." And the way he said it, I was like, heard that.
I heard that too, and it half clicked, but it didn't fully click. That I didn't think he was gonna jump in or whatever.
When he
after
pulled the
match.
brace off and hit him with it, I was like, brace yourself. He fucking told us before.
Foreshadowing.
Like this, the end hangs on the beginning. This is why he draws money.
Yep.
And then apparently, tonight AEW released like the footage from the fight, so I'm gonna have to go and see what stupid.
Oh,
shit
did they?
happened. Yeah. So we'll have to see what happened because after everyone signed an NDA, he went on Ariel Helwani's show and just said, "Yeah, I actually quit. They didn't fire me, so fuck them."
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. Watch
Wait,
the
that
video.
was
CM Punk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so is he in the WWE still?
Yes.
Or,
Now
Okay.
again.
Break
Again,
down the
now again.
whole CM
Yeah,
Punk
'cause-
thing for
so as far as I know,
listener.
he either got fired and quit, went to do UFC stuff, and then I thought he came back, but then got fired again.
All right, so
So-
here's what happened was about 10 years ago, he was getting married to AJ Lee, a WWE diva at the time, and he got FedExed a pink slip on his wedding day. And he got really fucking mad about that. And the whole time Triple H was like, no, it wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to do that. And he's like, okay, man, like, you overnighted it.
Yeah.
you knew what you were doing.
Like, that is the worst receipt ever. They're like, bro, you made sure it got here today.
You paid extra.
You paid $15 to send me a piece of paper.
It says I don't work here anymore. I could have told you that. But anyway, so WWE fired him. He was pissed off for a long time. He went and did some podcasts. Then the people he did podcasts with were shitheads. He got pissed at them. Then AEW came knocking, and Tony Khan's like, hey, you want some of my $1 billion? and he's like, sure, fuck it, why not? And he's like, yeah, we'll see what we can do about doing some wrestling around here. So he starts doing some wrestling, starts doing some numbers. People are interested. And the executive vice presidents, known as the Young Bucks, don't like that because he's very pro-choice, pro-gay, pro-trans, pro-people, pro-do what you want to do and live your life. And the Young Bucks are not. They're very much the opposite, and they don't like people knowing that, and so they like to suppress people who let people know that. Anyway, that's my little bit of a slanted point of view on that. So after he said, look, we're not going to be able to work together. I quit. Let me out of here. And Tony Khan's like, no, like, you can stick around. It'll work. We'll give you a show on Saturday, and you can do your shit on Saturday. He's like, no, that's stupid. It's not going to work. He's like, okay, whatever. So he does it, and the show starts doing a little bit of numbers. It's a wrestling show on Saturday, so nobody's going to watch.
Yeah.
But it's turned in like 300,000 people, which isn't bad. And then, like, Luke Perry's kid, Jack, decides that he wants to do a stunt with real glass. And he's cussed out managers, he's cussed out producers, he's cussed out everybody. And someone came to him and they're like, Punk, please come talk to Jack and tell him that this is insane. It's not a good idea and it's not safe.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, we shouldn't do it. And he's like, so first of all, why are you here yelling at agents, yelling at producers, yelling at women, yelling at everybody? When he's told you not to do it, he's told you not to do it, she's told you not to do it, and now I'm telling you not to do it. So why are you trying to do this so badly? And he kept pushing, and so they go out, opening match of the night, and Perry drops a guy on the windshield of a car and turns to the microphone and says, yeah, it's real glass, cry me a river. And so he, like, this is all CM Punk.
Oh, because story. It was a rental car.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a rental car, and yeah.
He's like, why do you want to do this to a rental car? You're going to fuck up rental cars for the boys. They're going to say, you know, we don't rent cars to wrestlers because someone busted a window. Like, it's not worth it. You know, there's another way to convey the message that you're trying to do.
Right.
Like, we can do this other ways. You know, no, I want to bust it out, be cool, be badass. So, yeah, it's real glass, cry about it. So it come backstage, and he's like, was that directed at me? And he says, are you going to do something about it? And CM Punk claims that he basically just choked out Jack Perry.
Kicked his ass. Yeah.
Yeah. and meanwhile, Samoa Joe's like, hey, we've got a match to go do now. So
stuff.
You want to go do that match? Because he was a gorilla waiting for his match. Right. Because he was up next.
Right.
And yeah, Perry's like, well, you want to do something about it? He's like, okay, do something about it. So yeah, this is all after CM Punk went and did a press media scrum after All Out, and he said that he works with children and the place is a circus, basically. And the executive vice presidents came to his locker room and they had a fight in his locker room that nobody wants to talk about. And CM Punk's like, yeah, you know, all he said is, I didn't sign an NDA for anything I did.
There you go. So anyway, so then he shows up at WrestleMania, or was he back before that?
He's been around. So he showed up for the Royal Rumble,
Okay.
and Drew McIntyre hit him with a move, and he tore his tricep, and just like tore it off the bone, like finished. And then he went another 30 minutes in the Rumble without a tricep, which is pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
And so this whole time, Drew and Punk have been feuding back and forth, and so Drew was getting in his face like, "Ha ha ha! I won the title, Punk. Fuck you! You can't even wrestle, and I'm the champion now." And then he swoops his leg out from under him and hits him with the brace and starts waylaying him until the bisexual Undertaker comes out and cashes in his senior
yeah.
money.
So CM Punk beats up this guy that just won the championship. He won it like literally 2 seconds later. This guy comes running down the ramp and is like, "Hey, I have a Money in the Bank thing. It says
Briefcase.
I can fight the champion whenever I want. I want to fight him now." Throws him in the ring.
Hits him with the deal.
Finisher. Boom. Pins him. 1, 2, 3. And Drew McIntyre was champion for 5 seconds.
And so, but the best part is, in the middle of the match, Drew McIntyre goes and grabs a phone from a fan, starts a tweet.
It's his wife.
It's his wife. It looks like a fan. It's his wife. Takes his phone out, says a tweet. It says, "Bored at work, LOL." In the middle of the match. And then later on, he like retweeted it.
He quoted it and just typed "fuck."
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, they're allowing these guys to have personality and be themselves, and wrestling is becoming entertaining again.
It is getting there, because the first night they're on their 10-second delay, and it was at 15 seconds. It's like The Rock is like, "Get your motherfucking ass over here," and then you hear,
Dude, The Rock can't forget. He seems to forget that he's not in Hollywood anymore. Like, whenever he's on the microphone, he's like,
awesome.
No, bullshit, fuck that.
Yeah.
Rock ain't doing that fucking shit.
Yeah. And then there was one point where Michael Cole was gonna say ass or shit. Right. He was gonna say shit, and he stopped, and then Pat goes, "Shit," just into the mic.
Pat Mac was so funny the entire night.
It was good.
I don't know how he did it, but he found his way into Monday Night Raw and College Game Day.
You want to know how? Triple H heard Pat on his podcast and was like, "That guy's got it." Had Michael Cole call Pat McAfee and say, "Hey, would you like to come try out and do some commentary for NXT?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah." They got him on there. He worked his way in, and that's how he got to there. The game day thing happened because ESPN realized that they were losing viewers to his YouTube channel. And
so
we're
they
like,
bought it.
"Well, let's just make his show on our show." And he's like, "I'm not changing." They're like, "Well, can you just not say fuck?" And he's like,
"Maybe.
Deal.
We'll try."
Fuck. And so they bleep fuck. That's the only word. Well, I mean, there's probably a couple, but fuck is the big one.
It's kind of weird to see the changing of the guard with College Game Day.
It is weird because we've had for years it was the same guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought in Desmond. That, to me, Desmond was the start of the change, because when they brought him in, it started to change a little bit. And like, I'm not a big Desmond fan.
Yeah.
But he fills a spot.
He has to balance the Ohio State on the other side of the room.
Right. He does well.
Did Desmond come in before? I want to say after Lou Holtz left, right?
Was Lou Holtz on Game Day?
No, you're thinking Lee Corso, coach.
Yeah.
What was Lou Holtz on? Because
he was just on like Saturday night college football.
Yeah, he would just be on ESPN, just back in the studio.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Oregon Ducks are terrible. They're the worst team. And shut your fucking mouth. Anyway, and then they brought in they changed the host, didn't they? Or has it always been
Well, it's Reese Davis.
Reese Davis has always been the host, right?
Yeah, and when Reese Davis steps down, that's going to be
That'll be a big change.
yeah.
Well,
I love Reese Davis. Like he's genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever had the privilege to speak to.
yeah,
And like he took an hour with me.
that's pretty
And
cool.
yeah, I had an hour with Reese Davis just talking about football. And that dude, I mean, I asked him some obscure questions.
Yeah.
And he was boom. Because I was talking, I only wanted to talk about Oregon football.
Yeah.
And so I was asking him questions about, what he thinks about the running game. And he's like, well, the way Chip Kelly runs it, or not Chip Kelly, the way Mark Helfrich has the offensive splits with the offensive blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, oh.
He knows his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either he spent the 45 minutes knowing that he's going to have to talk Oregon football with this guy, so I got to know my shit, or he just knows it.
I feel like he just knows it because every time they have him somewhere, somebody just comes up to and asks a question. He's ready.
I feel like that's my special interest too. Oregon football is my special interest, where I can basically from Herman Ho Ching on, I can tell you pretty much everything that's happened.
Yeah. When I stopped watching Sports Center, my football knowledge base, like it's in the back of my mind, but I can't recall things until somebody brings it up, and then it's like it gets the wheels turning, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I'm stupid.
Well, we've talked about it before. We used to watch Sports Center 3-4 times a night.
Yeah. I
Because
would
it used to
watch
be
it when I
good.
would get ready for school, and I'd come home and watch it to see what happened. Like
Contracts and shit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same anymore.
Now it's just all hot takes.
Anyway, so game day, then they started changing. Corso would be on there less and less
Because he's old as fuck.
because he's old. He just can't be out in the cold that much.
Yeah.
It was like 3 years ago they started not having him at everything, and he got sick. That's what it was. He got sick, and he stayed in Florida. And then they started putting Georgia. What's his name? The guy from Georgia. David
Pollock.
I can't fucking stand him.
I hate that guy.
He's the biggest homer. Like, you talked about balancing the Michigan-Ohio State. There's no balance with him.
No.
He's like Feinbaum. Like, SEC is the greatest. Georgia's even better than that. Fuck off. Anyway, and then they brought in Pat last year just because he was on ESPN already.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, let's try him on game day. Because he showed up. He came to the when they went
West
to
Virginia
South,
game.
No, South
Appalachia?
Dakota,
Oh.
the Jackrabbits. When they went to their campus, that's when Pat showed up, and they were like, "This guy's got juice. Let's see if he can come back." And they brought him back, and that's
Well, then it gave him another segment with that whole field goal kicking thing that they started doing. I mean, you got Pat Mack, who's going to be a great commentator, and then you just got another segment to kill another 10 minutes.
Yeah, didn't they start that in the middle of last year, and then they had it at every game this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the kid from Washington almost made it, but he missed. That was funny.
Nobody has made it. That's the funniest part. I'm like, bro, put me in.
How far is it again?
It's usually like 33 yards or
Yeah, it's like a pro extra point.
yeah, something like that.
It's a little chip shot.
It's legitimately let your leg do the work kicking.
I have kicked further than that with my left foot.
It's
Not hard.
It's attainable for me.
Right now, you could get up off the couch, go outside with a ball, and kick it 33 yards through an imaginary goalpost.
I'm gonna.
It's not hard.
I don't think I've ever tried. I've never kicked a field goal. I've punted before,
Yeah.
but I've
Yeah,
never.
I'm thinking back to when we were in practice. I don't remember you ever kicking
I've never
off
kicked
a
the
tee
ball.
or having
Mm-mm.
somebody hold.
No.
Huh. Weird.
right?
Oh.
And it all the years I played football, never done it.
Never done it.
It's like
I
not
was-
taking a half court shot at basketball.
Right?
Yeah. I was always kicking. I just wanted to kick. But
You were a kicker.
let's go back to some of those matches for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
Because like that ladder match with was it 6 teams?
yeah.
Dude. Riv watched that and she was like, "Oh, there's some good stuff."
There's some wild shit going
It
on.
was,
Yeah,
dude, there were some when the Miz jumped on that one ladder and it buckled, I was like, "Oh, blown spot coming. Here it comes. Here it comes." Luckily they caught
got
it.
through it.
They switched out ladders to do
Yeah.
the next spot, but man, I was worried somebody was about to die.
When,
And
I mean,
that move where they slingshot the guy with the ropes, that's fucking gnarly.
yeah.
Have you seen that before, Dave?
Mm-mm.
They get a guy like bouncing on the ropes and then a guy on either side of him and they pull up on the rope that he's standing on. And it's like a trampoline
Okay.
slingshot and they shoot him way the fuck out there.
Mm.
It's cool.
Fucking nuts.
It's a cool move.
I did see something that I thought is probably my favorite, like thrown out of the ring kind of move.
Yeah.
And it's an old match. It looked like it was like 80s, early 90s,
Was it
maybe.
Mick Foley dying?
No, it was not him. It was 2 guys I'd never heard of, and
Mankind and Dude Love.
I've heard of them.
New Jack and
Aren't they related to
Psycho
Foley?
Barber.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're related.
they're related, like brothers. There's like a quadruplets or something like that.
something like that, yeah.
No, but basically the guy's coming off the ropes and coming at him, and he turns around and just leg sweeps him. So like kicks his legs out from underneath him, so he just goes up and flies through the ropes and then takes the
Oh.
bump on the outside. And I was like, I've never seen anyone do that before. And it was like it's an old video, so I'm
Huh.
like, that might be my favorite, like just kind of slick way of getting someone out of the
Yeah.
ring.
If you want to just see crazy moves, look up some of the Lucha Libre shit.
Yeah.
The first time I saw someone do it's like the springboard, but they like do a front handspring into the rope and bounce back.
Oh,
Like I was
yeah.
like, whoa,
hmm
that's fucking
I did-
wild.
I did see another video of a guy doing a hurricanrana on a guy,
I have a
but
Corona.
there was like four guys. So he started it on one, and then midway
yeah,
switched
I
over to
saw
the other
that.
guy and switched over to another guy and threw all of them. I was like, this is
That-
ridiculous and funny.
That's badass.
That video
Mm.
made it on TikTok like recently.
Yeah.
I saw it a few times.
hmm
The Logan Paul match, that was good.
Is right before that match started, I sent Robin a text. I'm like, ready to be
Yes.
confused at why he's good at this.
Because he hasn't really, I don't think he did any wrestling
Nope.
school, did he? Yeah.
No, he's purely a fan who understands.
Yeah.
And
like- When we do trampoline wrestling, except for he went out and just did it.
he understands all the little things that make him a heel. Like I talk to some people about him all the time. He's like, I hate Logan Paul. The whole world, fuck this guy. I'm like, he's doing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job because you're mad, and he puts on entertaining matches every time.
That's what makes a good match is well, not always, but a lot of times if you've got a good heel, like watching Roddy Piper
Mm-hmm.
in the old matches or Ric Flair, like it's just the little sneaky cheating things that they do and the timing of things and
You didn't see that?
yeah, like that stuff just those
That's
are my
why-
favorite moments.
I want badly. I've already kind of brought this up with you before, Robin. I want to go to referee school,
Yes.
but my
I didn't know that was a thing, by the way.
Well, you basically just go to wrestling school and you're like, I want to be a referee, and they're like, oh, well, you still need to learn how to take bumps,
right.
but so you go through the first basic training of wrestling camp, but then after that, they're like, okay, well, we're not gonna have you fucking work matches, we're gonna have you referee our matches. Because instead of having somebody, I mean, it's still good training to have wrestlers be referees, but at the same time, if they get to focus on wrestling. instead of having to spend time in the ring as a referee.
So that's one of the things I think it doesn't get enough credit is that the referee is always the third guy in the ring, and they do play an important part. And when they get involved or pulled in to the match, like especially tag matches, those are my favorite. Because watching a tag match is like a substitute teacher in a classroom. Like you've got to have eyes in the back of your head.
That's a great way to put it.
It's the old Eddie Guerrero smack the mat with a chair and then toss it to someone and then fall down.
Yeah.
Well, and you see, the thing is too, I would want to, if I'm going to be a referee, I have respect for the business, which means you're not gonna fucking bury me.
Right. So
get that through your head. If you spend too much time out of the fucking ring, you're getting counted out. And I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to say they didn't respect the 10 count. Do you want people to think this is a shoot, or do you want them to think it's bullshit?
Yeah.
Cuz I didn't come here to do bullshit.
Yeah.
I came here to put on a fucking show.
Exactly. Yeah, or like The Rock his shit with the ref the first night.
Yeah. You got to have somebody.
He tells the ref with the camera right there, you fucking count me out and you're fired.
Because the ref, it was Brian Hebner. That's Earl Hebner's son.
Yeah.
And Brian Hebner's like, you're not going to fucking bury me. I don't care who you are. I will count your shit out. I'm going to put you in a position where you have to do something about it. And The Rock's like, okay.
All right.
Heard. Like, I got you.
Yeah.
Like, I'll elevate it. And then at that point, what he really did was make life easy on Brian Hebner.
Yeah. Because then he's like, what do you want me to do?
And at another point, like, it became, and this is why he was so great in the match, is because, like, they're holding Seth Rollins up and they just kick him in the nuts in the first match. And Hebner turns around, looks at Cody Rhodes, and is like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was some good shit, man. Yeah. Really good shit.
What was your favorite match, or did you have one?
I just enjoyed it, man. I really did. I just sat back and enjoyed watching wrestling. I do think. Well, we got to talk about the main event.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the main event was ridiculous. That's probably, I'll say it's a main event because of I popped every time something happened, I went higher.
There were several spots.
Oh my God. And my brother was here for it too. And so he got to see me react in real time to like getting genuinely surprised at wrestling.
Dude, when the Undertaker's music hit.
Well, hang on. Hold on. So all is lost, right? Cody Rhodes is fucking ass whooped, and Roman Reigns is ready to walk the dog on him. And then all of a sudden the Shield music plays and Seth Rollins comes out and Roman hits him with a chair. And something else that was really cool. The way Seth falls on the ropes was exactly the same way that Roman fell on the ropes when Seth betrayed the Shield
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, he fell the exact same way. Yeah. And so then The Rock comes out and he starts whipping Cody Rhodes, and the lights go out. Bong, bong. Dave falls asleep.
No, I hear you. Bong, bong.
And then Undertaker fucking shows up.
He's just standing in the ring. Like, he didn't come down the ramp.
Yeah.
He's just standing there behind The Rock. And the lights come on.
Yeah, Rock turns around and he's like, I don't give a shit. And he goes to raise the belt, and the Undertaker grabs him around the throat, fucking spikes him.
Slam.
Yeah, Rock rolls out. Who took out Roman? I can't remember now.
Wasn't it John Cena?
John Cena.
Yeah.
That's right. John Cena came out, and The Rock whooped John Cena's ass, and then the Undertaker whooped The Rock's ass.
Yes.
And then Cody Rhodes whooped Roman Reigns' ass and became the new champion.
One of the Samoan guys came out at some point.
Oh, yeah, Solo Sikoa. That guy's going to be a badass.
Get his thumb taped so he can do the spike.
It's Umaga's kid, I think.
Yeah, because that was Umaga's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then I had just heard word, I don't know if it's true, but apparently Jacob Fatu has been signed by WWE.
Oh yeah,
And that guy is fucking awesome. I'm really excited if
another
Jacob Fatu.
Samoan.
Yeah, the American Werewolf.
I was just waiting, like that. You knew somebody was gonna get swerved, like somebody showing up,
Yeah,
and I still was half expecting MJF to show up.
same. MJF or Goldust or Stone Cold.
Oh yeah, Goldust was the one I said, because I was like, Goldust is showing up. Watch.
That would have been so rad if he
Dude.
came out and just did like hit Shattered Dreams on Roman and then just eats a rock bottom.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Absolutely, and you know Dustin would have loved that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, apparently nobody at WWE reached out to have John Moxley come be part of WrestleMania. They're like,
No.
no, we don't need you.
Fuck him.
We don't need you. You're over there playing fucking pokey with your shish kebabs.
I read somewhere that they were trying to get Stone Cold to do the Undertaker spot, but they couldn't make a deal or something along those lines.
Well, he was probably just out riding a quad with his cat.
I think he didn't want to do a stunner because that's what
Yeah.
he would have had to done. I don't think he wanted to do it.
Yeah, after a while, that starts to hurt your back.
Yeah, and he's kind of old.
He looks exactly the same, but
He
yeah,
looks the same, but
He's looked old for a long time.
yeah, he's a little thicker, but
What
not
was
fat.
What was Stone Cold's first name?
Steve,
Stunning
Steve Austin. That's
Austin.
right. Yeah.
the ringmaster.
Since
The
before he had
Ringmaster,
hair. Since
yeah.
back when he had hair.
And now it's like, hey, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin from Metamucil.
Oh god. What other shit happened? There were some good things.
I went to a Kraken game.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
Saw some hockey.
Saw some hockey. I won tickets at karaoke. Did I talk about that?
No?
Oh man, went to karaoke. Won tickets to a Kraken game. Ben won tickets to a Mariners game. Like we were some talented sons of bitches up here, man.
Wasn't it Ben's birthday?
It was Ben's birthday the day before we went out, so
Oh, okay.
he got still got birthday treatment, but
Gotcha.
wasn't exactly his birthday.
How was the hockey game?
Really fun. They won 5-0.
Oh damn.
I was watching though, and I'm like, this Arizona team is bad. The team that the Seattle was playing, I'm like,
The
these guys
Coyotes.
suck. Yeah. At one
Wait,
point, the goalie gloved a shot and just like dropped it through his legs into the goal.
Oh my god.
Like how?
Not how you do your job.
They're like, I love it. Let's go.
Have you seen the renderings for their new stadium though?
Who?
Arena? The Arizona hockey team.
The Coyotes.
I've not.
It looks fucking awesome. Let me see if I can find a picture real
There's
quick.
gonna be like 7 people there.
Well, if they put the money into an arena,
I feel like there would be more. It would be the best place to cool down in Phoenix.
fuck yeah.
The problem is though is that it's sometimes there have been times where it's too hot and the ice doesn't freeze properly.
Hmm.
That's why you don't play hockey in the desert.
You also don't use a park toilet in the summer.
You
Don't do
never
I've heard
Don't
that.
do that.
you don't spit into the wind, you don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't use a park toilet in the summer. Or something like that.
What
Things
was
not
it?
to do in Arizona in July.
Be there.
Exist.
Yeah. I can't find the Oh wait, here it is. Here's the picture. Get out. I don't want the ad. Get off here. Do you want USA Today? No.
No,
I just want the picture.
no,
Stop.
I don't want USA Today, I want USA Tomorrow.
I want
I want Metamucil by
Hey,
Stone
Stone Cold
Cold.
Steve Austin from Metamucil.
Well, that's not really a good picture, but yeah, it kind of is. Here, you can kind of see it.
Oh, looks like a big old dong.
I was thinking it looked like the skateboard from Back to the Future, the hoverboard.
I guess you see what you want to see.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you know, these people,
Hey,
they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. sure you're checking us out on the YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces, and you can see them freak out because they thought they were going to see my dick again. But for this episode, this
shucks.
edition of my show, good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Good X.
Ducks.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.